My name is Jessica Lee. My name is Jessica Lee, and I have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. It's comorbid with narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder, which ultimately just means that I have sociopathy. I've been reading and researching a lot on these disorders, and one of the things I think that was best illustrated to me was our brains are wired like a circuit. Everything functions the same, except the circuit overloads really easily. The wiring is very weak, and so our brains tend to short circuit very fast. Any kind of emotional stimulation, the smallest kinds, can overload us, and we shut down. We tend to become overly aggressive. Our mind builds a myriad of defenses, and we start to attack people or we start to act out very inappropriately. Our circuits tend to overload because of what happened to us during our childhood. Our caregivers were very neglectful or abusive. I had the pleasure of both. I mean, I guess if you're abused, you are neglected. And so, our entire childhood, our brains were overloaded with so much anxiety and so much fear that we can't handle the smallest little pressures while we grow up. And those circuits become weaker and the defenses become stronger. The problem with being abused or neglected as a child, you grow up and you become either the perpetrator or you find somebody who has that abusive pattern. And so you create these very, very toxic relationships, and it's hard to sustain healthy anything. You can't really hold a job. You light all of your relationships on fire. You self-sabotage a lot all the time. And these are coming from unconscious emotions that we haven't been able to process when we were kids, or things that have happened to us along the way, other tumultuous relationships that blew up in our faces. I'm coming forward today because I was abused and I continued the cycle of abusing. I harm people because of my toxic traits. And if any of this resonates with you, and if you identify with me, I'm coming forward because I want to try to stop that cycle. Make me a tale, make me a fable. I will share stories with you of all the things that I've done. And if I shed light on something like me, maybe you can stop this cycle of abuse that we internalize and we continue. I have been a terrible person. I want to stop. So, this is my journey that I will chart my healing process. And if any of this resonates with you, let's stop together. If you've been called an asshole or your relationships always blow up in your face and your employers or your peers hate you or something, all the things, I won't hate you. I won't judge you. But let's heal together. Let's see the root cause of this problem and let's start healing people instead of hurting people. And if this doesn't resonate with you, I'm truly, truly envious of the childhood you got to have and the love you got to experience on this earth.